And we're live! Welcome to Rascal Comedy. I'm your host. It's Jack Mack. My name is right here. Welcome. Rascal Comedy is the show where we show the next generation of comedians. It's great to be here in my bedroom. It's great to be here, guys.
Woohoo! Living the dream. Yeah.
I live the dream, you know. I know there's no stand-up on at the moment, so we had to just make do. We just had to, it's great to be here. What's happened? What's happened in the world? I'll tell you what happened. I got robbed recently. I was walking down the street. Walking down the street just after lunch, and a seagull came and took whatever I had in my hand out of my hand, which really annoyed me because that was a new iPhone as well, you know. I'm telling you, the birds in this city are crazy. They're so aggressive. Like I think seagulls are the Peaky Blinders of Dublin, right? They take whatever they want when they want, and if you don't give them what they want, they will cut you in the face, right? That's why people leave bags of rubbish outside their houses. It's not for the bin man. It's protection money, right? I don't like birds. I'm a dog person. Like I hate pigeons. Right? They're just a ball of anxiety. Right? Have you ever had this, right? Have you ever walked down the street and there'll just be a pigeon right in front of you and you'll try and go around them and you'll be like, woo, woo, woo. And they're like landmines, they just explode. And they're the only bird to fly at you, not away from you, but they'll be like, woo, they'll fall over your head. That's like someone trying to come at you and rob you with a knife and you going around them. Woo, woo, you know? I had this just crazy fear. Like I'm just afraid, right? Because even today when I was walking to work, there was a group of them and they all flew at me and I had my umbrella. I was ready. But what happens like if I get a disease from one of them and then like I get AIDS or something and then I can't work and then I'm homeless and then I'm around them all the time and like these guys were just coming at me and I didn't know what to do and I was freaking out. But it was fine. They didn't touch me, so it was all good. So yeah, that's me, guys. I want you at home to be commenting. I want you to get involved. I want you to send us happy heckles. Don't be sending us negative stuff, please. Not anymore. And if you're enjoying the show and you want to give us a bit of support, you want to toss us a coin, there's a link. You can buy us a coffee, support the show, get me better internet because I had terrible internet problems. Right, so let's meet the comedian.
Good evening. I'm on now, am I, Jack? Is that right? Jack's gone offline. I can't hear you at all. Where is he?
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Oh,
you know what? I love how this is a comedy show. I deleted myself from the stream. I was like,
yeah, good man. And you put me on full screen and I wasn't ready.
It was just you, like.
Yeah. You know, the internet's been around for over 20 years, Jack. Like, so,
yeah. I'm just a dunce. I wear the hat in school. You'd know all about that.
Correct. Yeah, Moon Torna Shunta. Yeah, well, we've been off since March, you know, so having a great time here with the wife and the 4 kids, trying to homeschool them and teach his kids and for my own class as well. Have you been doing like online webinar classes? No, I just sort of post up on Google Classroom and you know, check in later on in the day. So it's pretty basic stuff, you know. Yeah, it's over now anyway. So we're back to school in 4 weeks. So yeah, Tesco tells us we're back to school. I'm sure they had that stuff up 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, great, good.
Great guys in Tesco, yeah.
Great guys in Tesco, yeah. Well, I've been back to work nearly 2 months, so
wow.
You know, I'm back to reality.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
Actually, like the first day they were like, "Don't worry, wear the mask, wear the gloves. We're gonna count everybody coming into the store." It was flooded. People, it was like Christmas Day. People were coming in, like grabbing things, licking everything, touching the walls. Like, no, people coming right up into your face. It was dreadful. Yeah, we're already getting comments, by the way.
Yeah.
Some.
Did you get AIDS?
I don't know. In my mind, they're just riddled with disease.
Yeah.
They definitely are. They're like the rat. Isn't that like a saying? They're the rats of the sky.
Yeah. How's London, Saven?
I'm technically not in London. I'm like just outside of London. I live in Staines, of Ali G fame.
Oh, nice. Ali G, West Side.
I am his little sister. It's been good. I'm a freelance graphic designer, so I am used to being by myself at home. So this has been pretty normal.
Life hasn't changed for you at all.
I really do miss stand-up. That's the one thing I miss. Everything else, I'm pretty happy with avoiding.
You're chilling. It's good to have an English comic as well, because we're keeping the Irish comedians on their toes, you know?
No.
You know?
I'm very, very new to this scene.
No, but like, you know, every circuit's a bit clicky, and when, you know, when they get a bit too pally, I like to throw in a comedian from like America or something. I'm like, deal with that person.
He's nice to me.
No, but like, they get all clicky, and then Edinburgh happens, and then they're like,
It was going to be my first Edinburgh this year, and I'm very sad. I've lost.
Mine too.
You'll get it next year.
Yeah, no, and the year after, hopefully. Because right now it feels like nothing's ever going to be the same, but we just have to keep reminding myself that
we'll be doing comedy in post-lockdown.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a vaccine now, so you know, never know. 6 months time, we could all be back gigging properly.
The vaccine.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Vaccine.
So let's dive in with Sean. You're our first guest.
Hooray!
So you've established that you're going back to school, going back to work.
Yeah.
But you've been busy. You've been busy doing comics. You're a great. That's you drawing, right?
No. Well, I'm not. Listen, it's just a hobby, and it's very difficult. So you know, I don't have any aspirations to do it as a career. It's just too hard. So I've been messing around, you know, but enjoying it.
Like one of your posters could be you, like all, you know, muscular like Superman and fighting some villain. I'd have Dr. Pitt would be my.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, the next solo show. Yeah, do something like that. Yeah,
you had a great solo show last year, didn't you?
Yeah, we were lucky. We just got in just before COVID hit. Bray Comedy Festival. So I had my first solo hour, and it sold out. Now I live in Bray, so I mean, the people that came, I knew most of them. I don't think I would be able to emulate that now in another location. But look, it was a great success. Happy I did it, and it's for charity as well. So you know, it was good that I was able to do that.
I say it's great when you know some of the audience, because if they start heckling you could be like, "Hey, Jason, shut up."
Yeah. Oh, that did happen. Yeah, there was plenty of that. But yeah, they were very receptive, and yeah, it was a great show. Really enjoyed it. You know, serious elements to it, but hopefully people, you know, took a lot of, you know, more than just the serious elements away from it.
Yeah, so I didn't see it myself, but the photos look great. Was that you playing the tin whistle?
That was a different show. That was the roast battle. I was up against a local guy called Dylan O'Toole.
Oh, and, roast battle.
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, we were only on stage for 5 minutes, you know, but we tore each other a new one. It was brilliant. Yeah, it was,
I love it.
But I felt really bad because he's only 18. Like I'm 43, and it felt like you know, when Trump was having a go on Twitter at Greta Thunberg. Like it felt like that. Now I know I'm comparing one of us to an autistic teenager, and you know the other to Greta Thunberg. But anyway,
yeah, sure.
It was a good show. Yeah, worked out.
But wouldn't you be like used to disciplining 17-year-olds and teenagers?
Not at all. Sure, I only had second class this year. You know, they're sound at that stage still. Yeah, they're only 7 years old. I don't deal with teenagers.
What did I tell you about roast and the other students?
Yeah. I'd happily do it again. You know, he deserved it. You know, coming in, taking our stage time. You know.
Yeah.
Watch out for him. Watch out for him, Jack. He'll get you.
I couldn't see you like, I'm still struggling to see you like, 'cause you're so nice, roasting someone like.
Look, we wrote the jokes together, and I said, "Is it okay if I do this joke?" And he said, "Yeah." He didn't say no to any of the jokes. To be fair, maybe he was just in such awe of me, like because of my elder statesman status.
It's like if I was to go against like David McSavage, it'd be an honor to be just
exactly.
Yeah. Or Frankie Boyle, if he just tore you and you'd be like, "Oh, thanks, Frankie."
Yeah.
You were the best. Yeah, but
will I dive in and do like this the actual jump in?
Yeah. Do you want to jump in and
I'll jump in and do a full screen, yeah.
Right. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our first act of the night. I'll probably say his name wrong, even though he's already told me, but it's Sean Begley.
Oh Jesus! You got it wrong again. Yes! You're a nightmare, Jack. You're an absolute nightmare. Right. I suppose since the lockdown, I've only seen my mother once. And she's one of these people. She uses the old sayings. One of her favorites is the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and that's why she lost her job as chief of cardiovascular surgery in St. Vincent's Hospital. True story. And I kind of unintentionally upset her there last December about something I posted on Facebook. So I'll show you the image now. So it's this one here, if you can see that. That's the Virgin Mary Immaculate Heart, and the caption that I had with it is, "All Mary wants for Christmas this year is some Gaviscon." So, she wasn't a bit pleased with that. That's a heartburn medication if you're not familiar with it. So, as I mentioned earlier on, I have 4 kids. They're 5, 7, 12, and 14, which are kind of unusual names for children, granted. So the lockdown, it's given me a chance to, ponder over a lot of stuff. Mainly about getting a vasectomy, but it seems that having a vasectomy doesn't stop you from having the children you already have. So that's a bit of a drawback. I've been involved in the development of a new app just to provide advice and support on the whole issue of vasectomies. We're going with the working title of Snipchat. So I know like the public might confuse it with Snapchat, but there's a vast difference between the two of them. So there is. So it's a little biology joke there for you that nobody got, which is fine. So, let's see. Right, it's a pretty stressful being a father of 4, as you might imagine. But there's nothing I prefer in those stressful moments than to sit down and sip on a cool glass of fabric softener. I don't like the taste. It's just gives me a bit of comfort. Yeah, that's another terrible joke. You're absolutely right. But what I do have is I have this condition called psoriasis as a result of the stress, and it's a flaking skin condition if you're not familiar with it, and not as not as 14 suggested, the itchiest night of the round table, which is a pretty good joke for a kid. But obviously not one of the nights of the round table. The real nights were, I think, Sir Lancelot, Sir Galahad, and the only Jewish knight who was, of course, circumcised. So he was. The original version of that joke was a lot longer, but I cut a bit off the end, and I think it functions much better now. And incidentally, I do a bit of work for the Psoriasis Society of Ireland, and at gigs, I sell scratch cards at the end. So if any of you are at a gig now, the next time, just support the cause. So I'm going to sign off now, and thanks for listening. That's it. Yeah.
Woo! Sean Begley, everyone.
Yeah.
Woo!
Begley, Jack. Begley. There you go. Yeah.
Begley.
Beg.
Yeah.
I'm just really bad with names. My grandfather couldn't remember anybody's names. Yeah. That's his Insta. If you want to follow him, check him out. We're having problems. David's saying he's struggling. He's going to keep trying. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We'll just put up with the buzzing. I said it'll be fine. Right. So let's move on to Saven. What's the crack?
Hey.
Welcome.
You want me to do my bit?
Or we could maybe talk. Yeah, get to know, get the...
I don't know how this works. I'm very new to this.
I know. we like to, get to know the comedians first, because we don't know who you are.
Well, I'm Saven Chadha, and I, as I mentioned, am a graphic designer / illustrator. I grew up in Kenya. I was born in Kenya. I grew up in Kenya, and then we moved to Staines because we heard it was more exotic. And I've lived here ever since. So Staines is the place. I live with my mum.
Is that in Greater London?
Yes, Greater London.
Greater, yeah. I love how they call it. It's not like far out or near London. It's Greater London.
Yeah, I like it because it is greater.
Because like my friend is from, where's she from? Bromley. Yeah, she's always like.
Oh, nice. I have family in Bromley. It's nice there.
She's not real. Yeah, I'm from Bromley. All right. But I see you've been doing these lovely filters on the face.
Yeah.
Instagram.
I've been learning some useless skills, and one of them is how to make an Instagram filter to feed my selfie addiction. And, it's really fun because it's like I love watching makeup tutorials. I love illustrating. I love drawing women's faces and watching the tutorials. Like I even started filming my own tutorials. They're not going very well, so I've like been deleting them, but I'm trying to get better. But yeah, so it's sort of like merging my passion for makeup and my passion for design in one neat little package. It's been fun. Have you tried any, Jack?
No, I haven't actually. I should try one on.
No, they're all like pretty much like aimed at people who like wearing makeup.
I watched one yesterday. Yeah.
I
watched one of your videos yesterday.
Who's this?
Me. Yeah. And I haven't tried it yet, and I probably never will. Don't want my wife to catch me looking like that. But maybe when she's away, I don't know.
One that's like just glasses, though. You can try those. They're like little flex sunglasses. They're
oh, nice.
I
was thinking maybe you could do like a makeup tutorial, because I work in beauty. I work with fragrance, and I see all the girls do makeup. Could you do one about like the chats you would have with customers?
A makeup tutorial about I don't understand.
Like the chats or the talks, like the conversation you'd be having with some customers.
Oh, I'm not a makeup artist.
I think it'd be funny because I've heard some awful like people coming in and just unloading everything wrong with their life.
I would have
their makeup artist.
What like how they do it with hairdressers as well.
Yeah.
It's like when people are close to you, you feel like you need to tell them about your life, I guess.
They're all like, so tell me about what, oh God, your ex sounds awful. I'm like, yeah, it was terrible. And they just unload everything.
No, I guess you just feel vulnerable maybe, and then you just feel like you open up. I don't know.
It's just like so close to the person's face. You're kind of face painting them.
You get intimate pretty quickly with the people touching your face, I guess.
There we go. Yeah.
That's one of the useless skills I've learnt. I'm also learning to embroider. I mean, I'm so bored, but I feel like embroidery in the apocalypse.
Some people learn a language. You're learning some other different skills,
Yeah, I tried Duolingo for the languages, and I didn't get very far.
Yeah, me too.
Did you try it?
My girlfriend's Spanish, so
very addictive.
I try to learn, but no.
Learn. Saven.
Yeah.
What language were you learning?
I was trying to do French because I had some basic foundation from learning it for like 10 years of school. It just didn't like it didn't stick. I don't know. I think you have to be like conversing with someone.
Yeah.
To be like improving. There's a point you get to when you're on an app that you're just sort of, or maybe I don't know.
You're motivated by something like somewhere to go, or you've got a girlfriend. That's a motivation. Jack's like,
yeah, but then I've had a mother-in-law who spoke English, and I wasn't gonna make that mistake again. So, I mean, also the owl is very aggressive. If you don't do lessons, the owl was there sending you notifications like
I
beg for
know.
your life in Spanish.
In general, look aggressive.
He's so aggressive. He's like, oh, I see what's happening. Or he sends you something in Spanish and like, what's that mean? Oh, you don't know. So much hate. So much hate. I'm sorry, little owl. So, Saven, are you ready to hit the stage?
I am, yes. Let's do this.
And make all the people happy. I might say a name wrong. We're just going to go with it. Okay, everybody at home, even if you're just on your own in a little studio apartment, but you're watching the show, clap anyway for Saven Chadha, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I haven't done stand-up or any sort of comedy for 146 days. So I haven't written anything new. So I just thought I would read you my diary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because why not? Okay, so day 1 of lockdown. Dear diary, we are in lockdown. I'm very excited because in the land of the quarantined, the introvert is king. Well, technically, I'm an introverted extrovert, according to the esteemed psychologists over at the BuzzFeed quiz department. So that makes me at least half a king. Day 2 of lockdown. Dear diary, I've started sifting through lists of people viewing my stories on Instagram and making a note of the accounts who stopped watching after the first, second, and third video. Well, collecting some data, not doing anything about it, remember it forever. Day 13. Dear diary, social media is an absolute shit show. Looks like we need to flatten the curve of online content as well. Dear diary, day 35. Tonight, my family, who all live in the same house, dressed up to have dinner in the dining room. I mean, what is this, Downton Abbey? Day 53. Dear diary, my exercise routine during lockdown is now just me lifting my weighted blanket off myself so I can go and get some snacks. Okay. Day 126 today. Dear diary, sorry I haven't written in a while. It's because I've been extremely busy having an existential breakdown. Anyway, here's a list of things I've learned so far. How many black leggings I have. How to spell quarantine. And lastly, as I mentioned, how to make Instagram filters on my design page at Saven Design.
Nice plug.
Nice plug.
Wondering why I'm plugging my filters to you since you are merely a book. But if you ever became sentient and grew a face, you could maybe try them and tag me. The end.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Saven Chadha, everyone! Woo! I feel like I can find that book in a few years.
Isn't it cool?
Girl.
It's
Very cool. Is that comic-y?
It's what's his face? Oh my god, Dennis the Menace.
Oh, Dennis. Oh, yeah. Tabino.
Yeah. I don't know. I never really read it.
Follow.
Someone gave this to me. So
Down there.
a long time ago.
Oh yeah, David's back. Let's get David back. That's stream. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
David, we were missing you.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel like a bit of a creep. I've just been watching the video.
I've just got everybody's name wrong.
No, I've been watching. I heard, Jack. I heard you get.
Comments. Yeah. We got David. He just said, he was on the show last week. Claudia gave us a bit of a clap.
Nice
One, Sean had to get the accent right.
Okay. I don't understand what that means, but
Yeah.
I think she means the accent on the end.
oh yes.
She's
Yes,
clapping so hard.
I should know that.
right.
I'm an educator and I didn't understand that. For God's sake. Yeah.
You're an educator?
Do you ever look at your
Yes.
kids' handwriting like, what
Oh
is
God.
this? And she also said, good job, Saven, as the semi-king of introverts. It's your sister.
That's my sister. That's my baby sister.
Oh.
Sarah.
Bless. She's
Loyal.
supporting you in your dream.
Yeah.
Just going to get rid of your Instagram.
Yeah, I have 3 siblings and none of them are watching this. Yeah.
This is my first gig, so.
Oh, is it? Oh, great.
Well,
Yes.
Not your first gig, but your first online gig?
My first online gig, yes.
yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw you with Funny Factors and you were hilarious.
Yes, that's where we met. That was not a good gig. I got the host's name wrong.
Wes.
There's Wes Dalton. Yeah, he's from Bray.
Les.
Yeah.
I know Wes really well. I just was very tired and then I was just mortified. I was like, I had to message him and be like, I'm so sorry.
It was a tough gig. I was
I've
so
never
nervous. Like, I just found everybody was just on it. And I was like, what if I'm not good enough?
You were great.
Yeah, I was shitting it. I watched myself back. I can tell I'm very much like the jokes just in my head. And I'm like, right, so, yeah. Anyway, we survived. We've survived. Yeah. So, moving on with the show, we are going to talk to Tui. Toho!
Hello.
How we doing? How's it going?
Good, thank you. Surviving.
You're surviving. You're kind of sitting in where the logo is.
Oh yeah.
Do you wanna?
It's always the opposite way than you think it should go.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Goes check me out and my name. There we go. So, how are you getting on?
Good, yeah.
In the old lockdown.
Fine. I mean,
madness, crazy better. Times.
Yeah, it's getting better. The 5 kilometer was the worst for me. I found myself feeling very claustrophobic and wishing I knew someone who had a private jet or something because I'm not out here. Like being on an island, you're like, oh god, is this it forever? Ireland, forever.
Were you in Dublin for the lockdown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
Dublin,
yeah, I think it's probably better. That's the one bet. Like, I love living in Dublin. I love living in the cities, but when you're like in a confined space, you want to be out in the countryside.
That's the best thing about the city is there's so much to do, but then when there's nothing to do because they're not on, you can be very claustrophobic.
Yeah. There's lots of canal drinking that I didn't participate in, of course.
Classic clubs.
I just observed it when I was walking to town. My body.
What is it about a canal that people are like, I need to drink? Besides,
I don't know. It's gross as well. There's like all dirty and there's lots of mosquitoes, but people are into it.
Mm.
Like in Galway, that's where I'd have a canal. Like, it's so dangerous. If you fell in, you're fucked. And they're like, let's bring cans to the canal. It's a great idea.
It's not so much there. There's too many people down where they can. Yeah. The canal. Yeah. That's where all the cool kids go. Mm.
So, I see you've been doing the old TikToks as well.
Yeah, that was a moment of madness. I started that. Well, no, actually, I think I put them on my Instagram, and everyone's so serious on Instagram with it. I don't know if they were getting it. So I was like, oh, maybe TikTok will like them. I basically I had like all these different personalities like inside me. There was part of me that was like, this is like insane. I can't cope with this. People are going, this is hysteria. And then there was another part of me that was like the quarantine police. And so I kind of was like trying to like put all those into like this 2 types of personality. So someone who's just trying to live their life and then the quarantine police. So yeah, I did a few videos on that and I haven't done any recently, but yeah, I'll probably do it whenever. You kind of have to be in the mood. You know, that's sort of
yeah. I feel like TikTok is just crazy, mental. Like people are just coming on and just being mental. Like they're saying whatever they want. Especially, you know that one where they come into the bathroom, they're like, guys, what is up with this?
I love those.
Yeah.
The Americans are so brave. They just they say whatever.
It just suits them, doesn't it? Social media suits Americans. Because they're very loud anyway. I find, and then you got like Instagram is like full of like beautiful people, you know, posing, making filters. Twitter, then it's just people just putting their opinion, shooting people down. Yeah, so I like TikTok. TikTok's fun.
Yeah, TikTok's the most like, I don't know, that everyone's wholesome and fun.
And everyone's dancing.
Yeah. And everyone's picking each other up. It's great.
Or they're doing lip syncing. They're like, it's from a film, and they're like,
yeah, I love those.
I'm only recently on Twitter, and I can't get over how terrifying it is. Like I've made a commitment to myself forever that I will never like or make a comment on Twitter ever.
No,
like,
I've just re-downloaded it. It is very scary.
Yeah. It's a sewer. Yeah.
You know what? There's a lot of fun stuff on it. There's a lot of fun stuff on it as well.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's like there's good views and it's great to follow, like especially in the arts and creative kind of world. There's loads of stuff to follow. But I think they should like rebrand and have like a machine gun underneath the wing of the little bird. Like it's so innocent, the little bird.
Yeah.
Like that. It's not what it is.
Or a knife or something. Behind his back. Yeah, because I never say anything negative on Twitter because it'll come back to bite you. But you could even say positive stuff. And people are like, "You're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you have that opinion."
And you have to be so neutral.
So neutral. Like J.K. Rowling, I know obviously she's very controversial in her comments, but people went back and like looked at everything she'd ever liked in her whole Twitter history. I was like, "Oh Jesus."
Yeah.
J.K. was part of the mob. She was, and then they turned on her, and she's like, "What?"
Oh, really? Was she a mobber before?
She was a mobber.
She was.
Ah. So she got her karma.
Exactly, JK.
Just JK.
JK. You should have said that. Like, oh, JK. That's why my name is JK. Yeah, poor JK. But I love, though, Harry Potter book sales have gone up. Maybe it was a ploy.
Oh, word. No way. Maybe it was a publicity stunt.
Oh,
no, publicity is bad publicity, isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Exactly. She's like, I need another house. What can I do?
Yeah. Abuse people. I'm just going to abuse people on Twitter. You know? Get the money coming in.
I wonder if you're like that much of a machine, though. Do people like take you over and like manipulate you at that point where you're like, oh, they've made up rumors about me and there's nothing I can do about it? Like, I wonder if when you're that rich and famous, like other people just take over. You're almost just a product then at that point.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart has a massive team behind him now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just Kevin Hart.
No.
He's got he's got such a team. Everything he does, he has massive meetings and
I've actually seen Kevin Hart.
My team is just my friend.
Did you?
Yeah. I got free tickets and yeah, he was good. He was. I wouldn't really have been mad at like I've never really watched any of his specials or anything like that, but I got the chance to go see him, so I was like, yeah, fucking But yeah, very good live. Fucking some performer, you know what I mean? But to be honest, a few of us, he had a good kind of crew backing him up, and one or two of the lads I thought were actually better than him, but I suppose it's just what you're into, your kind of tastes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a couple that I thought were better than him, material was, but he's gone for the kind of.
There's a documentary on Netflix about his life at the moment, and he's got his boys. He's got 6 lads hanging around with him. He's like Elvis. Elvis always had a gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to stop watching it. It was kind of it was interesting, and then not anymore.
You need a lot of yes men around you to tell you how great you are. You know, that's one of the best things about being rich, Jack. You know,
that's what I need.
Yeah, and America is great.
Yes, man.
Over here, they'd be like,
David, do you want to be one of my yes men?
Yeah, I mean, I could. Yeah, if you want.
David,
yeah.
Want to be one of mine? We'll get to a story about David. And
we will.
When it's turn. Yeah. Oh, we've got a story.
Let's save it.
Tui, do you want to hit the stage? Do you want to make?
Yeah, sure.
make us laugh. All right, guys. All right. You at home, I want you going crazy. David, no coughing. 4, Tui Ennis, everyone.
Hey!
Thank you very much for having me on, Jack. So as you can tell, I have a very unique backdrop because I'm very original, the bookshelf. So yeah, this has been a very difficult time for everybody, particularly those who are #blessed. But no, it's been a tough time, particularly for relationships. I imagine it's been tough in that. Anybody who has been a significant other at the start of March is most likely been demoted to non-significant at this point.
Definitely.
Bacteria are probably feeling very left out, you know. And cancer is like, this is absolute bullshit. I need a new PR team, you know. I also think it must be like a really lonely time for people who find enjoyment or possibly even pleasure from invading other people's personal space, you know. And I believe that I hear that hands are absolutely disgusted that this bony, dusty, prominent area has now replaced it as a way of greeting people. Okay, no. And it's called an elbow bump. But I think the people who have been really the most, it seems to have really taken a toll on them is parents. I think some parents are actually questioning whether or not they even like their own children at this point.
Yeah.
I've seen them on the interviews and they just look so frazzled. They look like they haven't slept or eaten in weeks. Their hair's all over the shop and they're really trying to put on a brave face, but you can see the desperation in their eyes. And they're like, yeah, the lockdown has been wonderful. Parenting is actually a gift. There's been singing, baking, screaming. We've loved the screaming, but the children have to go back to school. They need to go back now because of their mental health. Not mine. I'm fine. Crushing Valium in my wine, but it's because of the children. I'm fine, but it has to stop. It has to end. They need to go back. That's where I will end.
Woo! Hey, everyone! Woo! Got some comments as well. Thomas O'Connor says Sean looks on the verge of something. Sean, can you explain?
On the verge of a mental breakdown. He's right. I have 4 kids.
Do you know Thomas?
I don't. He seems to know me better than I know myself. Yeah.
I love how you don't even know this guy, and he's like, "Hey, Sean looks like he's about to pray."
He must be a psychiatrist or something. I don't know.
Have a Twitter.
Hang on, I'm trying to work this. There we go. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, these strangers can just comment. Well, they're all positive comments. I wouldn't show anything really negative. That was brilliant. Yeah. We got another one here. Go Tui. Boom. Got some support. Hopefully you know her. There we go.
That's my friend Susan as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Soda. Thanks, girl.
Hang on, this is getting out of control. What are you on the verge of, Sean? Tell us.
Oh, how are you, Kathy? I do know Kathy. Kathy's a neighbour of mine from Galway. Yeah.
Okay, Galway girl. Oh,
yeah, Galway girl. Yeah. Well, she lives in Dublin now. She's looking to buy a house at the moment. So, all right, you can write underneath, Kathy. Yeah, best of luck is right. Yeah.
Best of luck with that, Kathy. In Dublin. And I say best of luck.
They've been saving for years. They'll find
Always
something eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, we got stuff. Comments about the old elbows. That's right. You know, it's a bit strange. It's great. Like, imagine if you could read out your heckles during the show. You'd just be like, right, these are the comments You have about my act. Right, okay. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. So we're gonna move on to the last comic of the night. It is David Fleming.
Hey,
David, how are you?
Woo.
Now, I've actually never met David in real life. Only last week, right? I was walking to work and I had a backpack on me. And I didn't know this, but my backpack was open. So a stranger said, "Sorry, buddy, you're like, this was quite a while away. You had a bit of space in you." He said, "Sorry, buddy, dude, your backpack is open." And I looked around and it fucking was. And I thought to myself, there are some good people in the world, because I would have walked in like a fucking dope into work and probably been sacked. My manager would be like, "No."
Yeah, all your stuff is gone.
And then I got a message. Yeah, exactly. Listen, if you can't even close your bag, how can you close up shop? How can you close the till? You're sacked. And then I get a message. David's like, "I knew I recognized you. It's me, the man who
saved your bag."
So thanks, David.
I know you're in love. Hooray!
Yeah, now I'm in love.
That's how we met. But in all honesty, I was following you the whole time, Jack. It was me who opened the bag. You know,
bastard.
Just so I could message you on Instagram. That was it, really. You know?
I see you got a show going on. I'd love to be part of it.
Exactly, yeah. It's a very elaborate way of trying to get on the show, but it worked. So
it worked. You know, that's how I got my girlfriend. I just followed her for ages until she said yes. On Facebook, obviously, on Instagram. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Otherwise, it's illegal, isn't it, Jack? You know?
Not if she doesn't report you. No, I don't know.
Illegal is Jack's middle name. Yeah.
The show is illegal. No, she's good. I roast my girlfriend all the time. She knows what my humor is like. I always say I trick her. I've tricked her into loving me. Oh, David, are we boring you? You want some?
No. Turn up the volume, Jack. I'm trying to turn up the volume. Sorry.
So, how have you been? How's lockdown? Have you gone insane?
Been kind of walking the streets looking for comedians to save, in my own little way. You know what I mean? That's kind of my good deeds for the day. That was just
the Batman of Dublin.
Spider-Man. I'd go more of a Spider-Man type. You know what I mean? Everybody gets one kind of thing. But
you're a bit more sticky.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's my buzz. No, I've been working from home and going slightly mad, like Saven has already told us, and Tui as well, and Sean. So
we're all mad.
Yeah. So I think there's a bit of a flurry trying to do things online for the first couple of weeks, and then you just kind of lose your creative edge or whatever. So but this thing I've been keeping an eye on this as well. This has been cool.
Thanks, man. It's just good to be proactive, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm kind of annoyed that I don't have a good background. I think Tui has the best background of the.
Yeah. I was actually about to say, Tui, you look like such an intellectual.
Yeah, it's like a politician on Sky News kind of.
Or a
psychiatrist. Isn't it, Tui?
But I'm a loser and I live at home, so that's the only reason why I have this.
It's the green screen you have behind you. There's actually nothing there.
Yeah, I wonder you probably could do that. I have a green screen. I live in a mansion. I'm renting.
I would just have the weather. It'd be just and here it's
you look like you're casual and you just don't care. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's the looking.
See how poor I am. I just have my jackets and. Well, I mean, you guys can't even see around, and that's for a reason.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah. This is just a box, a large box that I'm actually in.
When he came on and he said, I feel really creepy. You do have a more of a faded look on your camera, so it just was quite fun.
It's an old laptop, isn't it? You were saying.
He's like, I better clean the camera.
It's just terrible. It's just terrible laptop. That's what happens when you buy one for fucking 200 quid or whatever.
10 years ago.
I took it out.
Laptop
anymore. I took it out of your backpack that time. You want it back because it's so bad.
I didn't hear what you saying.
I said I took it out of your backpack.
Fuck.
Yeah. But it's shit.
So. Exactly. That's my jacket, by the way.
Yeah.
I had my detective jacket on.
Like that. I took it off you without you even noticing. Yeah.
I was wondering where my watch went as well.
Yeah. Well, I am from Dublin, Jack. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what I've been doing in lockdown, trying to find people to pickpocket.
You're there like zoom, zoom.
Trying to get my elbows in these bags.
Yeah, there we go. Trying to get it in. So no, you've been good. I know. The show kind of turned into a chat show by accident. Originally, I was just going to have comedians on, and my dad was like, "Who are these people?" And I was like, "Oh, they're comedians on the circuit." And he's like, "I don't know who they are." And I was like, "Right, maybe I should introduce them." And then I said, "Maybe we should have a bit of a chat." And then also I couldn't work the system, so I said, "Shut up. We'll do a Graham Norton couch on it." And that's how the show was born.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Excellent.
But enough about me. So, how long have you been doing comedy?
Only since December. I had the first gig in December.
All right.
Yeah, we actually did meet briefly before, on shot upstairs. We didn't actually speak, but we were on the same. We're on the same bill, as far as I remember. It was. I can't remember. It was either.
Which gestures? With gestures.
No, it wasn't gestures. It was up. It was with Danae up in Camden.
I'm thinking of Sinead. Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah, you remember, don't you, Jack? Of course you do. Yeah.
You were great, man.
Thanks. Oh, it means a lot. So much. But, so I've done like 9 gigs or something. The last gig I actually did was with Sean out in Bray, like literally like 2 or 3 days before the lockdown kicked in. Like, so that was my last taste of civilization, if you can call Bray civilization. Isn't that right, Sean?
Well, I wouldn't. If I were you. Yeah.
What was the slogan we came up with for Bray's tourist board earlier? Bray.
Well, you asked how is Bray. I said Bray is okay. That's about as much enthusiasm as I could muster for.
Rhymes as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
Where did they have them? Do they have them in the I've been to the Martello. I think that's
the Harbour Bar.
There's
a regular Thursday night gig there once a month. Called Hardy Har, and it's for professionals. And we were just starting off open mic night. That was our second night, and we doubled the figures on the first night, and things were going well. And then COVID happened, so hopefully we'll get back to it eventually. But it was a good night. We were good audience, and we were enjoying it. There was myself and another guy.
Say it again.
I said Saven will have to come to Dublin.
Oh, I'm like definitely. I'm making a note of all these places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we're telling you, like all these nights, you'll have to do a tour.
Is there a lot of bringer nights there?
No, not really.
No, not really.
I know it's big in like Comedy Virgins and Funny Feckers. Actually, yeah. No, we don't do bringers really. We're like
a lot of them in London are.
Yeah, you can rock up. I mean. I plan to get Rascal Comedy live. You don't need a bringer.
Definitely.
You can come on your own.
Sweet.
No, boom, done. You're doing your Irish tour. Right, David, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
As ready to close the show?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Last act of the night, guys. Give him so much love. Put your hands together for David Fleming, everyone.
Hey.
Everybody, I'm going to talk to you a bit tonight about racism. Yes, I know, light-hearted topic for close the show, but I'm sure you've heard Imelda May's poem, You Don't Get to Be Racist and Irish. And I absolutely agree 100%, because the Irish are fucking everywhere, aren't we? Literally everywhere. You can't be racist and Irish. And all you have to do is take a look at recent world events. Earlier on in the year, there was a cruise ship quarantined off the coast of San Francisco, and there was 4 Irish people on it. Another one off the coast of Japan, 2 fucking Irish people. and that's how it goes on like this. There was about 50 cruise ships with Irish people just happened to be on them over the course of the COVID-19 outbreak. But that's not all. that's not all at all. Black Lives Matter protest in LA. Who the fuck shows up? Fucking Jedward, another 2 Irish people. On the topic of cars, giving up. At least I think they're 2 different entities. I'm not sure, but like, yeah. So, and then another Black Lives Matter protest. This time outside the White House, and a lad shows up in a fucking Tipperary Guy jersey. Now, I think there's been a protest anywhere in the world where a lad hasn't shown up with a Tipperary Guy jersey. So that's just one little flavour of contemporary events that have had Irish people everywhere, and you don't get to be racist and Irish. But it's not just recent events. No, some very historic events have had Irish people at the centre, or at least on the periphery. If you just look at the moon landing, for example, 3 people went to the moon. 3 on Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and the third fella, Michael fucking Collins. That was his name, Michael Collins. No one ever hears about him because they left him in the command module. They just got him to fucking drive, jump out, take a few photos, get back in, and spin back. So Irish people know what it's like. So you don't get to be racist in Irish. So that's me for the evening.
David Fleming, everyone! And yeah, very true, isn't it?
Very true.
We, as a culture, we've been through so much. Do you think we'd have some empathy? Do you think? Yeah, that's a great poem as well by Amanda May.
Yeah, it's class. It's really good, man. It's really good. And there's cool posters around town and that, like, so. Yeah, looking forward to getting back up and trying out some new material. And
yeah, me too. Right, guys. Well, before we go, I've got big news, massive news. We are all invited to Kathy's party.
Oh, fantastic!
Excellent.
Well, so, Sean, you know Kathy.
I do. Yeah.
You gotta tell her.
She's going to regret that invitation. From what I know of you, Jack. Anyway. Yeah.
And it'll just be us, and obviously Kathy. So Kathy, let us know. Have a good spread, because we could just talk about you. You could be a set. You know, I'm just saying, comedians are dangerous people. Comedians are very dangerous people.
I think, Jack, you're going to need to be assessed after this. That's a little education joke there again, but
I'm only joking. I'm gonna steal the screen, and I'm gonna plug some of my own stuff. Hey guys, Kathy, I'm only joking. I'm only messing. I wouldn't want to go to your party anyway. I've heard the rumors. No. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the show, again, please toss us a coin. We've got a link down there. It's like. Imagine now you're leaving the pub after the show, and I'm scuttling out with a bucket like, that's exactly what it's like now. So please give us your change, buy us a coffee. Also, we have a live gig coming in a month on the 23rd of August. It's going to be Rascal Comedy Live. So we're going to try and create the exact same thing we have here, like a chat show, but also some stand-up live. And it's going to be in the Workman's. I can say that now.
Hey,
it's going to be the Workman's Pub.
Really?
So, very excited for that. So I'm going to put up a Eventbrite. You can buy tickets. They're only at €5, just because, we got to pay the room and stuff. And I'm really excited. We're in the works, and we're getting that show ready for you. So that is it for me. Let's say goodbye to the comedians. Comedians, do you want to wave us all off?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We'll have you all back soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.